U.S. history, welcome back. Okay, today's lesson, we're going to hit some Vietnam War era music. Now, that might be a little bit misleading because actually, not all of the songs that we're going to cover today were came out during the Vietnam War while it was still going. Some came out after the fact, but all of the songs that I've chosen, and there's going to be 6 total, tie in and at least talk about some aspect of the Vietnam War. Now, the first one that I have for you is a really cool band called Creedence Clearwater Revival, better known as CCR, just the abbreviation or the acronym there. Uh, CCR is one of those bands that if you like their style, which I do very much, you typically, if somebody likes one of their songs, they usually like all of their songs. So if you think this jam is pretty good, I would recommend checking this band out because all of their songs have a very similar kind of upbeat tempo and are just good rocking out type music. Now, a lot of their songs have nothing to do with Vietnam, but this particular one does. It's called Fortunate Son. If you've been watching the notes, you'd know that one of the things, a government policy that was pretty controversial during the Vietnam War was being able to get a deferment if you were in college. Now, back at that time, typically it was the rich kids, the kids from like the wealthier families that got to go to college. And most working class and poorer kids or anybody under the poverty line usually couldn't get loans and wouldn't have access to go. So it created a situation where the rich kids had the option. They could go and fight in the Vietnam War if they wanted to, or if their draft number got pulled up, they might go answer that call, or they could apply for a deferment because they were a college kid getting decent grades, and they could get exempted from the draft. But if you were a poor kid, a working class kid, and you couldn't afford to go to college, well, if your number got pulled up in the draft, off to Vietnam you go. So that became really controversial, and you can probably kind of surmise or guess that if they're making a song about that, they're kind of have a bone to pick. So CCR, I guess I'm not real well versed on the politics of John Fogerty, who is the lead singer of the band. But I do know that in this case, they were pretty anti-Vietnam War, and they definitely, throughout the song, and while you're listening to it, check out the lyrics, which I included on the Google Doc, or I'll try to find a music video where you actually it has the lyrics right on the screen for you, and throughout the whole song he keeps talking about kind of mocking people. I think they're super patriotic and saying that they need war, and you always got to give more, and he keeps going on saying, I ain't no fortunate one, I'm not a senator's son, and there's a lot of lyrics like that through the song saying that, like, basically I'm not one of the rich kids that can get exempted out of the draft. If my number comes up, I'm gonna have to go fight whether I want to or not. Okay, so after this one, before you watch my next commentary video, you should go watch the CCR Fortunate Son attachment, the actual listen to the song. And even if you don't listen to the whole thing, I'd recommend at least listen to about the first minute or so of it, and you'll get the gist. I hope you enjoy.